Sup, I'm Moxie. I'm a Nintendo / Pokemon / Smash Bros artist, and today I'm probably gonna piss a few of you off. I'm gonna be ranking every single Pokemon starter design, but there's a twist. I am a character designer. I do this sort of thing for a living, all right? So maybe I got some extra insight to give. Subscribe, we're gonna do a bunch of these, and let's go. First up is our boy, Bulbasaur, and I think this is a pretty simple one. He's a little frog guy with a bulb on his back. Genius. He's green. You know instantly that he's a grass thing. He's simple. He's cute. Straight into S tier. Next up, Squirtle. He's a little turtle. Little squirrel tail. It's kind of unique. Is he a squirrel? Is Squirtle short for squirrel, turtle, or squirting turtle? Which one is it? You're going to say Gen 1 bias, but I think it's pretty clear. Squirtle is S tier. Charmander, the one I started with. A lot of people apparently started with Charmander, and what, can you blame us? This tail design thing was utterly genius. I still shiver in the awe of the fact that someone came up with this design. S tier. Gen 2. Chikorita not as memorable as Bulbasaur, but it is a good design. The big leaf on the head, straight away, you know that's a grass type, but it's a little hard to tell what Chikorita is. It's sort of just a blob, and that actually works for it. We like the blob. We like the blobs around here. I'm giving it the A for now. These could move around, by the way. These might not stay where they are. We'll see what happens. Cinderquilt. Closed eyes is a risk. Eyes are the window to the soul for a reason. You can look into their eyes and you can tell what they're feeling. But he's got that super anime happy eye. So you know he's a happy boy. That massive like chunk of fire coming out of his back is just awesome. Really unique. He might be A. Before I get too far into this, let me explain how the tiers work. S, pretty much perfect. A tier is really good, not quite S tier, but memorable, awesome to look at, colorful. B tier is kind of like, yeah. If B is like kind of average, C is below average. And F, we're going straight to F, all right? There's no D tier. You don't need to tell me there's no D tier, all right? Now that I've said that, you guys are going to comment there's no D tier. F tier is just no. Totodile. Some of you might think I have bias to Totodile. I have no bias to Totodile, all right? Dude, I picked the fire starter in every game. If you've seen my Pokemon Platinum Nuzlocke, which sort of started off my whole YouTube channel, twitch.tv/Moxie2D, might be live now, go check. Greg the Totodile was my starter. I didn't choose him. He was randomized, all right? I didn't choose to pick him, but the more that I've seen Totodile, the more I've grown to respect his design. And he's freaking amazing. And I think it's S. Generation 3. Trico. Very thin-limbed. You don't get a whole lot of thin Pokemon designs in general, but you get what he is, right? He's a little lizard guy with sticky hands and feet. Is every starter the color of their type? Did they do that for every Pokemon? I think they pretty much did, right? Trico's very good, but he's not quite S tier. I think it's the eyes, but he's way up there. He's A. We're in, everyone's doing real freaking good right now. Now, I know a lot of people like Torchic, all right? And I know a lot of my audience is from Jaden Animations, and you guys like, what's the Torchic called? I can't remember. Torchic is our first use of the basic dot eyes, which I don't have a problem with. I have no problem with the basic dot eyes, but this is Pokemon. This isn't Pusheen. So I feel like it just feels a little less engaging than the others. But we understand what it is. It's a chicken. The sort of scary legs are a little like not started. They're not super friendly. It's a good design. It's a good design, but I think it might be our first B. Do not get me wrong. It is cute, but it's not like, oh, I'm going to cop some shit for this. Mudkip, S tier, done. Okay, no, seriously though, we'll look at him, right? The blue with the orange. Oof, so nice. The silhouette, the big fins, everything about it is great. It's cute. It's happy. It's S tier. It's Mudkip. Generation 4, this is where things start to get real weird, and we're talking about Turtwig. It just looks like such a nerd. Look at him. What a nerd. It's like he's got the little helicopter hat on. We're using the turtle thing again, but it's got nothing on Squirtle, you know what I mean? It's just got the weird head shape, like the jaw and stuff, and I think it might be C tier. It's just kind of underwhelming. Sorry. Look, these are Pokemon starters, right? This is high standards. Okay, you're a little underwhelming. You're gonna fall into the tiers big time. All right, Chimchar, Son Goku, or whatever. What's that thing that Goku's based off? It's just straight up fire on his butt, which is a little bit weird. He's got the really thin arms. I don't know, the thin stuff. It doesn't always feel totally Pokemon to me. I think Pokemon feels usually like the silhouettes are quite strong. They're chunky, but this is a good design. I think it's a step above Torchic, but it's definitely not S tier. I think it gets the A. Piplup. We're back to the dot eyes. No more anime Pokemon eyes. Little chunky penguin boy, and it's cute. Feels a little generic. It doesn't whelm me. I'm not whelmed. A lot of circly nice shapes. I think I'll give it the B. Snivy. Apparently some of you say Snivy. What the hell is that about? Snivy? There's something about Gen 5. They feel like Gen 5. They just feel like they're in a different realm. It's almost like too nicely shaped. Lots of like sharp points and poof and whoom. We're moving around a lot, and that's a good thing. That's not a bad thing, but it doesn't feel the chungus like these guys do. You know what I mean? The other thing about Pokemon is you don't want to give them too much personality. I know. This is a hot take. Personality in character design is a good thing, but if it's your starter, it's free to be yours. You know what I mean? It can have any personality. The problem with Snivy is that it's got a personality. And it's smug. Smug leaf your B tier. Tier big. I think the tail should have been on fire, to be honest. Maybe they're like, oh, we can't just give everything a fire tail. I disagree. Put the fire tail on everything. The little spoink tail is just really boring. The brown's a little boring. Is Tepig as good as Torchic? No, you're in C tier, buddy. And it just gets worse with the rest of your evolutions. Anyway, Oshawott. I hate Oshawott. I don't like Oshawott at all. I just don't like its face. It looks like he's gonna tell on you. He looks like he's gonna tell on you. It's just like a worse Piplup. Dude, you're C tier as well. All right, where are we now? Gen 6? Oh boy. Chespin. Lots of spikiness, which is now we're getting a little unique for this is almost like fire type design. A lot of spiky coolness. This is a grass type that is cool. I guess Smugleaf was cool. I guess Trico was cool. For some reason, it just feels like the grass ones are generally less cool. It's a good design. A new eye style again. I don't know what he is. And I don't really like that nose. Give you a high B tier. Should we arrange these so like they're kind of in order? You're like there. Let's leave it like this for now. I don't know if I'll stick to this like grading thing. Fennekin. I'll be honest, I'm kind of surprised I can remember these names. Fennekin, I think it's good. We're heading into furry territory, and it's the first time that one feels a little gendered. The body is very small and thin. These freaking fiery things coming out of the ears. Could have been fire. Might have been too much. It's got the kind of like Eevee cuteness to it, I suppose. I'm not crazy about the eyes. High B tier. It's not A. Froakie. And there's a lot going on here. What is it? Foam? Fluffiness? We have a frog, and it is very frog. And it's very different frog from Bulbasaur. A lot of roundy, nice shapes. This really like flat oval, it's quite unique for Pokemon. Is he cool? Is he a nerd? Don't really know. I think it might be A tier. Rowlet. Roundy boy, dead eyes, but also, what do you even say about this guy? It doesn't quite have the whoa that these guys have, but an extremely likable Pokemon. Cultural impact matters, by the way. And it's got a lot of that. I think because of that, it has to go in A tier. The fact that you're not green, you kind of lose points because you're not green. Low A. You're in there. Litten. Oh my god, I'm so mad about what they did to Litten. Litten is a cat. How is there not a cat until now? Its dark coloring is unique. Don't know if it feels very startery. I like Litten, but I'm not like losing my mind over it, and it's not quite as memorable as these guys. I think you're a B tier. Next one, Popplio. Clown. Nice shapes, definitely a clown, but the fact that its theme is a clown lets it down. It's got nothing on a lot of these guys. You're high C tier. You're alright, I guess. Grookey! Grookey gang, beloved by all. I think it does just as good of a job as Chimchar. It is the grass Chimchar. You know what I mean? The woody browns work totally fine. I really like the little addition of the stick in his head and the fact that he actually uses it like that. But that's going to be a big problem later, buddy, when you evolve. I'll chuck him in our A tier. And I think he goes above Chimchar because of how beloved he is. Scorbunny. A lot of similarities between his and Pikachu's design. He's just very thin. Some of the appeal of these like simpler Pokemon designs is their chunk. The bandage is a little annoying, kind of breaking the natural of this Pokemon. I think it would have been better without the band-aids. I'll give it is sort of B-ish. A little too much white, a little too Looney Tunes. And Sobble, the crybaby. Personality does work for this guy, but it loses a lot of points because a lot of people don't want the crybaby Pokemon. They just don't. There's a lot going on in its face. A little overcomplicated. Probably more interesting than Scorbunny. You know what, Torchic, you're going back up here. Okay, first evolution's done. A lot of the first evolutions are really strong. You know they spend a lot of time on the first forms and a lot of time on the final forms. We're talking about the middle forms now, and things are a little awkward in this little middle world, as I guess maybe they should be, because it is kind of like growing up. You know what I mean? That's what this is about. Pokemon is about coming of age, growing up with your little buddy. Now, speaking of awkward evolutions, a lot of people think Ivysaur is an awkward evolution. But you know what? Ivysaur, underrated as hell. That pink, that pop of pink, kind of godlike. I reckon he's high A tier. Ivysaur has been disrespected for too long. Ivysaur A tier. Wartortle, also kind of slept on. Look at this freaking wave, like, what do you even call this? Like fluffiness in the wings? I think Wartortle's in A, dude. Charmeleon. He's cool. Maybe they could have like given him some kind of like indication of wings or something. He is just kind of like a bigger Charmander. I think he's high B tier. He is cool, but he's not really that different from Charmander. Bayleaf. I love the cutout from its leaf. That's sick. And how these leaf things are starting to sprout, but it's very like, it's long big. It's long big, and I think it's a little too long big. We'll give it high C. Quilava. Freaking sick. 2 sources of fire. The freaking Mohawk. I love Quilava. I think it's just an awesome, cool middle stage design. Pretty kind of flawless, to be honest. S is crazy. You gotta be godlike to be an S tier. Croconaw, snout, not particularly like nice to look at. It's almost annoying that the dinosaur, whatever, caveman look doesn't go anywhere. I think you're C tier. Yeah, you're C tier with Bayleaf. Grovyle, amazing. Cool silhouette design. A lot of like frilly, spiky awesomeness. It's cool. Direct upgrade to Trico, I reckon. High A. This thing's just not very nice to look at. Does anyone even care about Combuskin? Things get better for you when you evolve, buddy. Just you wait. Don't leave the video yet. Marshtomp, forgettable. It is definitely taking Mudkip and evolving it, but it's just sort of uglier. I think you're C tier and kind of disrespecting Mudkip a little bit. This is Grottle, and its name says everything about it. Grottle is Grottle, man. That thing's Grottle. This is our first F. There's nothing about it that is good, that is redeeming, that is nice. I don't know what I'm looking at, and I don't like it. F. Leave me alone. Monferno, though. The freaking fire tailback, and that's sick. And this Popper Blue is pretty awesome. It's B tier. It's fine. It's cool. Prinplup, completely forgettable. Are you an F as well? I think you're an F as well, but you're not as bad as Grottle. I don't know what this Pokemon's called. Hang on a second. Servine. Now I'm looking at it and it looks pretty nice. Quite unique. It's very elegant. And I'm like, and this whole like shape thing again that this guy has, Snivy. I think you go like high B. You're pretty cool. Pignite. We're definitely going in the like wrestler route here, which is just ridiculous that they did so many fire fightings in a row. Forgettable. Not really nice to look at. Yeah, you go there. Do what? Way cooler than Oshawott. Look at this triangular design, shape language. You love to see it. You go there. Quilladin. Oh God. Is this thing out of Nickelodeon? What is this? Is this a Pokemon? Don't think so. I think someone had been watching too much Angry Beavers. This is not a Pokemon. Yeah, F tier. Braixen. What the hell is that? But nailed the furry design. This is, I mean, even if you're not into the furry look, which I'm not a furry, but I 100% get this thing's design, and it did it good. I think she goes there. Frogadier. Really awesome silhouette design. You can tell he's gonna be a fast boy. Frog, fast, cool. I think you're cooler than Wartortle and more unique. A tier. Are we gonna run out of space here? What am I gonna do about this? I don't care what this thing's name is. Gone. Ugh. Torracat. Why are you so like bulky? Like, what's with you're working out? Why does this happen to Litten? You're feeling a little Ben 10 or something. Low C tier with these guys. Brione. Ugly name, sorry, but nice design. It looks nice. Gendered, true. It even has the eyelash. That's kind of crazy, but it is appealing to look at. I think it's high B tier. What's this guy? What is this? Long boy. You know what? I'm not hating that it's long boy. Kind of interesting silhouette, but it's just so forgettable. I think it's in C somewhere. Ninja boy. More interesting, I'd say, than its pre-evolution. A lot of gray going on here, which I think lets it down. It's not quite as colorful and poppy as these other guys. So I think we can just chuck you in B. What am I gonna do with myself now? This is annoying. Oh, I forgot this thing. You go there as well. You're forgettable. Your colors are weird. You're a bit emo. You're just a C tier. You're whatever. Now it's time for the final evolutions. These things matter, and they matter a lot. People decide their starters based on the final design, all right? A lot of people do that. They don't care about the small ones. They care about the big ones. These are the ones that do the final battles with us. Our big friend. It's okay that some of the middle ones suck because they're the middle ones. You go past that. This is where you end, and this is where you stay. Unless you get a Mega Evolution. Unless you get 2 Mega Evolutions like Charizard. Venusaur is not what you'd expect. It is pretty ugly compared to these other designs. There's something weirdly pleasing about it, despite its freaking spots and stuff. What is it about this thing that people like to look at? It looks ill, and yet it's somehow memorable. The big flower is just iconic. Why didn't it keep the little shapes that Bulbasaur and Ivysaur had? Why did it get weird spots? Keep the shapes, it would have looked better. And yet somehow we don't hate this thing. Are you high B tier? Even though it's ugly. It's not ugly. It is iconic. And that matters. All right, nice to be back here. Blastoise, one of the cover art Pokemon that most of us grew up with, and there was a big divide. It totally mattered whether or not you chose blue version or red version. Starter Pokemon say a lot about your personality. It's really interesting what people choose and how much it says about you as a person. I feel like I should do a video on that someday. It's really interesting, but I haven't thought about it enough to just say it all now.
Subscribe if you want to see that video, and why not comment other tier list videos you want to see. I'll do it.
Dude, cannons out of the back of a turtle. What kind of 10-year-old isn't going to be interested in that? Are you S tier? I think you're A tier, and I think you're pretty high in A tier. Oh, it's hard. Charizard. Charizard is overrated. Dude, Charizard is just overrated as hell. The most basic Pokemon design you could ever think of. What kind of loser would pick Charizard as their favorite Pokemon? Overrated, overused. It's everywhere. Wrong. Charizard is the best Pokemon design. This Pokemon design is basically flawless. This is exactly what the typical 10-year-old boy wants to see in a Pokemon. It is a crazy flying dragon thing that has a tail that is on fire, and it's orange, and it's got blue, and it's sick. It's amazing. It looks so good on that front cover of Pokemon Red. This is not biased. This is not Gen 1 biased. This is not me loving my childhood, all right? That's not what this is. Is Mudkip still better though? If I do this, will you take the dislike back off the video? Look, even if you think he's overrated, immense general appeal is important in character design. You can say it's generic, and it's not, because people can just do a dragon, but they can't make a dragon look as good as that thing. Maybe give someone else the limelight for once. But the people want Charizard. The people want Charizard. The people get Charizard. All right, Meganium. Meganium's nice and colorful, but it is sort of just, once again, it's kind of just okay. Typhlosion, very freaking cool, but it is a step down from Quilava, and still, I think, a step down from Cinderquilt. Shouldn't he have 3 bits of fire now? I don't know what that's about, and he's sort of just a big triangle. Not hating on big triangles. Triangle is a character design. That's shape design is extremely important and says a lot about the character, but Typhlosion, a little bit of a letdown. I'd say below Ivy. For Alligator, Greg, the legend. If you haven't seen my Pokemon Platinum Artlock finale, go watch it right now because holy crap. If you don't like for Alligator now, you will like him after that video, I promise you. However, ignoring my newfound bias, I think low A works. There's a lot to like about this guy, especially for like the bulky, slow-looking dinosaur things. Sceptile, a lot of people like this thing. I'm not like hyper crazy about it. I don't know about the fern tail. Big, massive fern tail that's really like weighing him down. I think it might still be A tier. I think if you're debating it, it's B tier. Blaziken. Sturdy, those strong legs, a lot of like... No one could have expected this coming out of Torchic. Very high A tier. Swampert. I like the way it moves. It's really fluid and nice. I mean, it's ugly kind of compared to... Ugly in the face, at least, compared to Mudkip. The orange and the blue. Woohoo! That's color theory 101. I think you go just below Typhlosion. Torterra. People can get mad. I like the idea behind it. It is the living land, but its face is ugly and not in the way that's good like Venusaur. This thing feels like it's not a starter Pokemon. It feels like Torkoal. It feels like Torkoal, but it's still somehow more interesting than freaking Blaziken's second form, whatever that's called. Inferno. Now this is some insanity right here. I love everything about this thing. The way it's hunched over, the gold trims, the blue fingers, the flaming backwards head thing. This is like one of the coolest ways you can design a monkey, dude. Very high A tier. Empoleon. Empoleon to me is quite forgettable. Damn, dude, you got into Pokken? What the hell? What a sharpness, but still like a chonk. It's just like, it's hard to find its eyes. I think it's kind of B-ish. Let's chuck him there. Sharp, 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 sharp. Superior. It has no arms. It has no legs. This Kong has a funny face. That's not how that song goes. We hate snakes for a reason. They're not friendly. They coil around you when they kill you. But it is appealing somehow. It's elegant, but the lack of arms and legs just takes away the relatabilityness just slightly enough to drop it down to B tier. But there are snake people out there and they love their snakes. I think I'll put it above Piplup. How's that? Emboar. Oh my god. Firefighting type. Ganon Pig, forgettable. I think you go just below Turtwig. Samurott. Disappointing. Why does it end up on 4 legs? You were going to be like a cool karate crazy little jumpy rat boy. And now, why are you this thing with a beard? Honestly, it's the Digimon, man. Chestnut? Sorry, buddy. What the hell are you? You can't be a starter Pokemon and be this. Delphox. I like the idea of the witch thing. I don't know how they do it, but it would have been cool to see the witch hat. It's going witch, and then it doesn't go the whole way to witch. Just go from breaks into this, I think you disappoint me. So you're going to C tier. Now, I'm not hyper nuts about Greninja. I'm a little surprised at how insanely popular this thing is with the kids these days. But it is insanely popular with the kids these days. This guy is like almost Charizard level of popular. It's a little hard to read in terms of silhouette because of how flat these hands are and stuff. The flatness is super interesting. The coolness of the tongue. It is a strong design. I wouldn't put it in S tier. And I still think it's not as just like wow as Blastoise. It's a one step too complicated. Very high A tier. What's this thing called? No one knows how to pronounce this thing's name. Der Kid Duai. Der Kid Decidueye. There is a lot to like about this thing. It is a starter Pokemon though, and you're really hiding that thing's face. It's niche, but its face is like, where is it? I want to see your face and I can't really see it. I'll give it a high-ish B. And it's got weird legs. Oh my god. Why did they make it a wrestler? Why is he a wrestler, dude? Why is this guy in Smash Bros? Just because he fights? Dude, Blaziken in Smash Bros would have been so much cooler. I feel like Xbox players like wrestling. I don't know why I think that. I was severely disappointed with this thing. You're taking the little cat Litten and you're turning it into this wrestler thing. Not a bad design, and it communicates what it is pretty well. And yet it also looks like it's out of SpongeBob. It feels Nickelodeon. It doesn't feel Pokemon. Its whole body is so awkward. Oh god. I'll give you the high C because you are a good design. You're just not a good Pokemon design. Primarina. The more I've looked at it, the more I like it. The spikes are interesting. I love the backwards flowing hair. The big mermaid tail. Do we even have is this the only mermaid Pokemon? High B's. Not as iconic as Venusaur, so I'll drop you there. Dude, this thing, I hate this thing. Look, if it was actually this, if it actually looked like this is great. This is cool. This is crazy Super Saiyan 3 Monkey Broly. This is Donkey Kong Super Saiyan 3 Broly fusion. However, this is not what you get. This is what Rillaboom is. This is Donkey Konga. This isn't Donkey Kong. The bongo drum thing is the feature. It's in front of him. It's the most important part of this character, apparently. The bongo. Why? Why did they do that? Why is the bongo? This thing would have been so cool if he just had a big tree branch that he smacked people with and just stood up like this. Like, you know what I mean? He's like this. Yo, what's up? And you know what? I'm not even going to use this. I'm going to use this. Because your base design is cool, I'm not going to put you in F. But God, do I want to put you in F. 2 more to go. Cinderace. I don't know about the whole soccer thing. I don't know about Pokemon based off things like sports. It actually kicks the ball around and that looks amazing. It looks really cool. But this Pokemon is a little Ben 10 for me. And then it's got the Looney Tunes legs. The blue's kind of random. Maybe it's low B. I still like it more than Incineroar. Last, but I guess not least, Inteleon. I like the idea that the little sobbly guy goes to the super confident Sly Mission Impossible guy, but it's just so thin that it doesn't really fit the rest of this world very well at all. Because you're so thin, you can go in there. And you know what? I'm dropping this thing. That thing can go there. What is that even? You know what? This thing too. And there you go. There's the tier list. Tell me what you'd change. Tell me where you'd put your favorite Pokemon. Make sure to subscribe. We're going to do a lot more of these. I'll probably do them live on Twitch, by the way. Twitch.tv/Moxie2D. Link will be in the bio. I might be live right now. Who knows? And if you like the video, hit the like button. Go watch my Pokemon Platinum art lock to get some Feraligatr respect in ya. Or check out my Pokemon Fusions video. Got more of them coming soon. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.